joined by Brett Rose. We've been commentating all 10 rounds today. This is our 10th round of Magic. A long day that started late last night with the ending of our F&M stream, but we have had a variety of commentators. Yourself, you've commentated multiple events. Michael Taylor, who was a co-host for a good solid month. Jordan Pecchio, Adam Vickers, Max Turner. Lots of fun folks, so.
Sure. Looks like we're getting underway here. John's deciding to get down to 6.
He rolled a 6. No, Hunter didn't have any lands in his hand.
Okay, well he's going to 6 as well. 6 as well then.
So both players rolling down to 6. Did you see who won the die roll?
I did not.
Well, we'll figure out when whoever plays their land first. I think John won the die roll because he did resolve his mulligan first, or he did pitch his cards first, so it's likely him. I'm very excited. I am very excited. It's very rewarding to watch a tournament start in its infancy and work all its way up to one final competitor, one champion.
Sure.
Much like Highlander, there can be only one.
I do see an EDH game breaking out down the way.
Those lucky sons of guns get to play Magic. You taking off?
We're gonna play some Cube.
Oh yeah?
Come?
I don't know if I can. I'm beat. I'd love to. And one of these days I'm going to trade those. Full shock. I don't need them. But no, I'd love to keep, but we've been up since 6. So I apologize as I have a brief off-camera conversation. But it's been a long day. We don't get to see a lot of people. We don't get to see all the time come to these events. So someone said that they hate Cube.
That's a person that does not have good taste.
That is cannot abide by that, sir.
I really feel sorry for anyone who didn't come up but had a ride today.
What was that?
Anyone that decided not to come even though they had a ride today.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to miss out on the Cube draft because of it.
Okay. So, both players take a look at their 6. Let's see what these look like. 2 quick keeps. What was that? Do you know what he just played? Oh, it was the promo Evolving Wilds. That's why I couldn't figure out what it was. I think that card's only been in existence for about 2 weeks, so that's why. But Hunter starts off with a turn 1 Gravecrawler. Brett, who do you got in this matchup? Who do you think is favored in the 3-game sideboarded affair?
I think Hunter.
I think he is too, but
he just comes out way too fast.
Having lost the die roll is not irrelevant.
I was test playing against him a little bit earlier, and he can just do so much so fast.
So, he plays another Evolving Wilds. Hunter looks like he only has 1 land. Nope, no, he just plays the gate after the fact. No, that's an Overgrown Tomb after the fact, so.
Still getting some work done.
Yeah, and he plays his Deathrite Shaman.
That's a Deathrite Shaman, that's pretty good.
I'm not sure how good it is in this particular matchup.
Plenty of stuff in the graveyard for him to catch there.
How does Deathrite Shaman activate? Let's take a look at that. I know it can
exile land.
Exile mana, and it can
do 2 damage and gain 2 life.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what you have to remove for each. I know the mana is land. We'll look here briefly. Exile instant or sorcery so they lose life, and exile a creature card to gain 2 life. So the drain life effect, which is most relevant here, probably not going to end up being that big a deal. Piling in for 6 here, dropping John to 12.
What was that 3-drop?
That's Dreg Mangler, a 3/3 haste with scavenge.
Huntmaster comes down, trying to stem the flow a little bit.
Yeah, 2 bodies, 2 life, very relevant in this matchup. see an ultimate price on the token. We see a tragic slip on the Huntmaster, piling in for another 6 damage. A very productive turn for Hunter. He did have to 2 for 1, but you can't complain when you're getting your opponent down to 8. Is there a Thragtusk? That's the question. The only card I can make out in John's hand is a land, a Blood Crypt. I see another Huntmaster, it looks like. That appears to be what's coming down here. Nope. I stand corrected. It's Olivia Voldaren, followed by a Pillar of Flame on the Gravecrawler.
Which is actually exile.
It is exile. Yep. So they caught it. So getting it with the Dreg Mangler. Olivia, or not trading with the Olivia here. A Geralf's Messenger, dropping John to 3. Plays an Overgrown Tomb untapped, meaning he will be activating the Deathrite Shaman. So John's effective life total, since he has that Pillar of Flame in the graveyard, is 1. What does he have in store? He needs to gain some life. He needs to read the Deathrite Shaman. So he's aware he's at 1 life. He needs a Thragtusk, or he needs a...
He needs a lot.
A lot, yeah.
He can double shoot, but that doesn't really get him anywhere. He can't take anything.
The good thing there that I didn't realize until I just checked it out is that it doesn't matter what graveyard you're exiling from.
Right.
So he can remove his own. So basically, he's got effective 6 damage in the bin.
How the hell do you know what cards they're playing on that little tiny
Oh, you do this enough. You do it enough, and you figure out.
Huntmaster
So another
comes down.
Huntmaster comes down.
Pings him for 2 to bring him back down to 3 afterwards.
Yeah, no change.
All of mine is right here for the J.
So it looks like he's dead here, right?
Because he's blocked.
But if he kills the messenger,
He goes down to 1.
goes down to 1 and dies, he'll recognize here shortly.
Sure. I mean, you try to figure it out at this
Yeah.
level.
But with the shaman, I guess you make the blocks and hope he doesn't activate the shaman.
Sure.
That's the old turn 1 handshake, the game 1 handshake.
Sure.
I don't know why that makes me laugh so much, but the game 1 handshake always gets me. So
He didn't force the handshake, so that's
Hunter, I know we shouldn't think too far ahead here, but that's a pretty big win from Hunter, breaking serve, winning game 1 on the draw.
Sure.
Now, even if he loses game 2, he will start game 3 on the play. So, pretty good spot to be in for Hunter Sumpter. So, again, we do not have access to the sideboards because the players do have that information in front of them. But we can try to make out. Looks like Liliana's coming in from Hunter. John likely to bring in a variety of removal spells.
So going back to the earlier conversation, do your permanents have to be with like permanents? For example, can I put creatures in with my lands interspersed?
Brett's bringing up the discussion we've been having throughout these finals about are lands allowed to go on top when you play your matches. It's interesting you should ask. Back in the day, are you familiar with the card Chaos Orb?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so let's bring it up. I know we're at the high-stakes portion of the broadcast, but let's lighten the mood a little bit by reminding everyone that the following card, which I'm pulling up right now,
That's an amazing card.
was a magic card. As you see, you flip Chaos Orb onto the playing area from a height of at least 1 foot. Chaos Orb must turn completely over at least once, or it is discarded with no effect when Chaos Orb lands. Any cards in play that it touches are destroyed, as is Chaos Orb. So, in the first iteration of Magic tournaments, when everyone was just trying to figure out how to play Magic in a competitive environment, that card was legal. So what that resulted in was people playing their games in a way that you just described, where they were just putting cards wherever. There was no rhyme or reason. They would play one land in one corner of the table. They would play another land in the other corner of the table. They would move their permanents as physically far apart as they could justify based on their play surface to simply avoid from getting blown out by Chaos Orb.
Fantastic.
Chaos Orb has the distinction of being one of very few cards that is banned in Vintage, but not because of its power level.
Because of its ridiculous level.
Yeah, well, it's no card is banned in Vintage because of its power level, I should say. It's banned not because of anything the card does, but because of the skill it rewards. It's a dexterity-based...
Based card.
Yeah. There's actually another one called Falling Star, which does a similar thing.
I think I'm going to try and obtain a few of these orbs.
They're worth a lot, so good luck.
So what do you guys think?
I think Hunter is, we're now joined by Vin Smith, who's been watching Tableside. Did you see what Hunter brought in? Olivia's?
No.
Not Olivia's, the other lady. Liliana of the Veil.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. We've never tested these Johns. We've never tested
Yeah,
these, so.
John's deck has been doing massive work. It's just every good card in one deck. So, but here's what we need to take into account. I've already mentioned, so I'm repeating this for people on the stream, but Hunter just won Game 1 on the draw. Now, even if he loses Game 2, he gets to play in Game 3, which we never know what their hands are going to be, we never know what the draws are going to be like, but I would rather be in Hunter's shoes right now than I would be in John's. John's deck is pretty brutal, but John's deck suffers from something that all of the non-terminus decks suffer from, which is the inability to kill the zombies outright. He does have Pillar of Flame, but that's just a 1-for-1. So
I don't know if he'll keep it in, but he has some tricks around Pillar that most people don't catch. With the Bloodthrone Vampires and stuff, he has some tricks and pillars that people, for some reason, never catch.
So he brought in Bloodthrone Vampire?
No, he mains.
Oh, he has Bloodthrone Vampire in his deck.
Yeah.
Oh, we have yet to see that.
Yeah.
I guess when you lose Mortar Pod as your main sack outlet from the zombies' decks pre-rotation, Bloodthrone Vampire is a suitable
replacement.
Well, and you can...
Blood artists. So.
Yeah, 4 Blood Artists. You're already playing... she's playing...
Killing Waves,
Oh, yeah, he's also not playing Aristocrat, so he doesn't have that sack outlet. So you can get a lot of value off of Bloodthrone Vampire and a couple Gravecrawlers.
Yeah.
Obviously, it doesn't trigger the zombie recursion, but still good. So are they just presenting here, or have they mulliganed any?
They are just presenting.
Okay. So for those of you just joining us, we are down to just 2 competitors. Hunter Sumpter on the left, up 1 game in this finals match with Golgari Zombies. And on the right, John Tatta, playing a Jund ramp deck. Hunter representing Lost Legion Games and Comics. I've assigned him that shop. John from Four Horsemen in Morgantown. So, 2 different shops, 2 different decks, 2 great players, and off into Game 2. So no 1-drop from Hunter. Looks like he has a Lotleth Troll here. Or a Blood Artist. He has a Bloodthrone Vampire. This does not look like the most explosive of starts from Hunter. This smells like a Borderland Ranger.
And it is.
So, oh boy. Struggling just a little bit. So, Hunter plays a Blood Artist.
Swings in, trades.
Trades.
That'll be a shot. With a life gain aspect.
He'll go up to 22 and drop John to 16.
Sure. That was pretty profitable for Hunter there.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. A Hunt Master come down, gaining 2 life, gain a body up there.
Person contains 2 Blood Artists, gain 2 treasure slips.
Oh, not a good hand. Smells like game 3 to me.
I don't know. If you can get the Blood Artist to work in, it's kind of...
He does have a messenger too. Oh, I thought you meant that's all he had in his hand. No. Come on, guys. Just give me like another 20 minutes before you start making tons of ambient noise.
I've dealt with it all day.
No, not this bad.
So what happens there?
So that's Flames of the Firebrands.
So 1 to each of them,
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, Hunter.
which he'll just...
Looks like when it's all said and done, John drops to 14, and Hunter goes back up to 25. It's very important to kill those Blood Artists, as we were discussing, because stacking those triggers can become very difficult to handle.
Lotleth Troll coming down.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, Lotleth Troll coming down when there is no opportunity to regenerate him, so kind of exposed here. And so that is Crypt and Blight, right?
Yes.
Crypt and Blight, which will kill it, and he will serve it with his Huntmaster, dropping under 217.
And a Thragtusk hits. Taking John back up to 19. I think this is pretty much all she wrote.
It's going to be very difficult for Hunter to overcome this. And we're this far in. John not only has developed his board state like he has, but he's only taken 3 effective damage over the course of the game.
Does he just pass here? Huntmaster flips.
Kills the messenger.
And he'll get rid of it while it's on the graveyard.
Does cast a Cremate, turning off the Undying trigger. Yep, this is live. Someone's asking in the chat if this is a live stream. It is in fact a live stream. So you see 2 tragic slips on the Huntmaster and on the Thragtusk. It does buy Hunter a little bit of time. He's not dead exactly here, unless John has a burn spell. He will go to 1, however, and he will be well behind otherwise. Sideboard Land Ranger come down, fetching a forest. I know the Zombies deck is capable of doing a lot of damage very quickly, but I'm not sure it can do 17 damage in a turn. So, another Cavern of Souls.
So you can just cast whatever.
Bloodthrone Vampire. Blood Artist.
Buy a few
Dead
more
on
turns,
board.
right?
No, he's dead on board. No.
How so?
Because when damage is all, doesn't damage resolve before the trigger? Because he can't block all of it.
He can block 2 of it.
He's at
stack
1.
the Blood Artist.
Oh yeah, he can.
No, he can't.
Yeah, now he can. He's going to sack that to the Bloodthrone Vampire. Serve in. that's enough. So, it's only fitting in the final round of this game. We see the Game 2 handshake as well. We saw the Game 1 handshake. Might as well get the Game 2 handshake in there too.
There's plenty of sportsmanship.
We are getting down to the nitty-gritty. One game for the 2012 West Virginia state title. You see Hunter going back to his sideboard. See if there's anything in there he would like better than what he's got to 60 now. Very, very exciting stuff. I'm very excited, even if I don't sound excited, it's simply because it's been a very long day, but...
because in the last 24 hours...
In the last 24 hours, I have commentated 5, 6, 7, 17 rounds of competitive Magic.
It's understandable. Here's your...
It's just an up, down.
An up and out. You
Yep.
got it. So, up and down. Cool.
Thank you. Well, our life total phone has run its course, so we're moving to backup technology.
The way of the dodo, if you will.
Much like a Boy Scout, I come always prepared. So. Excuse me.
Got some super fast pile shuffling happening here.
I'm sure these gentlemen want to get this over with one way or the other.
That's true.
They have been playing a lot of Magic today. Lot of Magic today. If you think we're tired talking about Magic for the last 9 hours, these gentlemen have been playing high-level Magic for the last 9 hours.
Well, it's all coming to an end here. So.
In roughly 10 minutes, one of these gentlemen will be the West Virginia 2012 state champ.
And with it, all the pride, all
And
the prestige.
with it, more than anything, the bragging rights. For the next year, they can traipse about this great land known as the Mountain State, proclaiming their greatness and imaginary wizard fighting. They are the greatest. Right here is the epic battle to determine the greatest planeswalker in all of West Virginia.
I'd like to point out that the organizer of the tournament is not allowed to play.
Okay, it's the greatest planeswalker who is eligible to compete for said title. How about this? How about if we just say the greatest planeswalker in West Virginia, the greatest contested planeswalker? It's not an uncontested title. We have to unify those belts.
What if they get a draw?
No, I wasn't saying that could be.
But you did want to point out that was technically correct. I mean, Brett and I also didn't play.
That's true. That's a good point.
Because we could have easily donated another $50 to the prize pool.
Right. Yeah, the news media needs to stay out of and contesting.
So, gentlemen are looking at their opening hands, resolving mulligans. I see in Hunter's hand a couple lands. I see a Blood Artist. I see a Geralf's Messenger. I see... Is that a Rancor? Is he playing Rancor in his deck?
Oh, we
Seems
saw one
good.
earlier, didn't we?
Looks
On a
like he's
Gravecrawler.
keeping his hand. John is not. So, John's going to start one card down. He is on the draw, but he cannot afford to stumble. Hunter's deck will punish him greatly, especially on the play. should he stumble. So,
No stumbling.
let's hope for the sake of a good round of Magic that he finds a 6-land hand that he finds acceptable.
I'm still hoping for a draw coming out of this.
I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible. No. These rounds are untimed. Mathematically impossible.
Well, I guess we'll see.
First time for everything, right? So, for those of you just joining us, this match is for all the marbles. The 2012 West Virginia State Magic Championship all hinges on the following duel. John Tatta on the right, mulliganing down to 6 cards with his Jund Ramp deck. It's tied 1 game apiece. He is on the draw against Hunter Sumpter, whose green-black zombies deck is also 1 game up as John mulligans to 5.
That's just crushing
This is
the
not
finals.
this is not the way anyone wants to lose, and as good a person as I know Hunter Sumpter is, every time John looks at his hand and picks his deck up and starts shuffling, I'm sure there's a part of him inside that thinks, yes. But that's why we play Magic. It is a game of variance. That's one of the things that a lot of new players don't understand when the game doesn't play out exactly like they thought, when they didn't get enough land or they didn't draw enough spells. Deciding which hands are keepable and which hands are not, definitely a huge consideration. So, while it's unfortunate that John has to drop down 2 cards, it may be the most important decision he's making in this game to throw away hands that he would guaranteed lose with.
Sure.
There's some questions in the chat about the what's up for stake other than bragging rights. Well, they've each won a top 8 playmats, as you can, well, you can't see either. Neither of them are using them. Hunter is using his from 2011, as he was a top 8 competitor last year. But you do get sealed product, you do get a plaque, you do get entry into Grand Prix Trust, TCG player, $50K Invitational later this year.
You get free entry into all of the
Lost Legion Grand Prix Trials.
yeah, GPTs or any other major premier event that we do for the next year, and you get a free pass and invite to next year's championship.
Excellent. So a very lucrative prize package for whoever comes in first place here. But more important than all that, as I've kept saying all day, it's the bragging rights. You can buy boxes, you can enter tournaments, but you can only be state champion if you win this tournament. So we see a turn 2 Lotleth Troll, and we see a turn 2 Pillar of Flame. He did have to moldify, but that's a pretty good answer.
Sure.
Hunter with no 1-drop. We are going to see a Dreg Mangler here, it looks
Next
like.
they get box. Winner gets a winner. Well, actually, both these guys will get
Yeah,
box.
we did mention the sealed product, so. Hunter plays his Overgrown Tomb untap, which means Gravecrawler? Not Gravecrawler. Dreg Mangler. That's the guy I was trying to say.
So the champion will put the plaque on a chain wearing around his neck and get all the ladies.
Yes. All the ladies, all the women's will love to ask you what you're wearing. On Turkey side, we did have a couple female competitors today, which is always nice to see.
And they did fairly well.
Yeah, our local F&M has at least 2 regular female competitors, so it's definitely nice to see the game being enjoyed by all ages and genders. A lot of strong performances today by some young players as well.
Yeah.
Kazu Negri, who lost in the quarterfinals, he is a high schooler from Morgantown. A couple other high schoolers from Parkersburg did fairly well.
We featured a match, one from Parkersburg, one from
One from Morgantown.
Both
So
of
the
them
game
just,
is healthy and strong as we see Hunter pile in for 5 damage with a Rancor Dreg Mangler.
which seems pretty much what he wants to do.
Now he's debating, does he want to go with Liliana or does he want to go with the Geralf's Messenger? Messenger is the answer he comes up with. So, if he can kill if John does not gain life here and does not put anything to advance his board, Hunter is representing lethal if he can kill his own messenger next turn.
Which he's not had trouble with.
He's done several times. So we see a Dreadbore here. Nope. Not sure exactly what happened because he played all of his cards at once.
It looked like a Golgari Charm and 2 Mizium Mortars.
Or 2 Pillar of Flames.
Maybe that's the one, yes.
Yeah. So John wipes out Hunter's board, but more important than that, John is down to 1 card in his hand. So we have a Rancor, Blood Artist.
Not normally what you see carrying that
John,
piece of enchantment.
John, like a champ, draws a Huntmaster off the top of his deck.
To just keep in the game here.
Mm-hmm.
Swinging in.
Mm-hmm.
Swing
Looks like John's just going to take it. I think Hunter was trying to bait him into blocking with the wolf so that he could use his Liliana to sack the Huntmaster. So, here's a Liliana. He's going to make him sack. He's going to lose one. I think John's getting a little testy here.
Well, sure. Mulliganing down.
Yeah.
And, coming so far, I'm sure that's frustrating. Tragic slip on the Huntmaster will finish it off. Just all the answers coming from Hunter here.
Yeah. So, what's on the top of John's deck? It is a Sever the Bloodline. Is his other card a Dreadboard?
I cannot actually see.
So regardless of what happens, John is going to cast one of his cards and lose the other one to the discard effect. So there's quite a nail biter here. Good drama on the feature match camera in this final match. Final game. Looks like Dreadboard is. Dreadboard's the Liliana. So what does Hunter draw? He gets in there for 2.
Dropping him down to 8.
Mm-hmm.
We have 9 on the...
Grave... That should be 8. That's 6. Sorry. So did he draw another Huntmaster? Oh no, he's going to cast the Sever. Sever needs to take out... the Gravecrawler. So, 4 damage on board. If Hunter can kill his creatures, what does he draw? I cannot see it. Did you see what it was? I couldn't see it. It's very tense here. John down to 2. And he's at a position where he cannot kill both of Hunter's creatures and not lose the game. What does he have? He tries to cast a Thragtusk for 4 mana. He can't do it. So, it took him 3 years of top 10 finishes, but finally, congratulations to Hunter Sumpter, your 2012 West Virginia State Magic Champion. No round of applause or anything. It's a little bit...
Everybody just
a little bit sad, but congratulations. There we go. Thanks to my boys for starting that up. Thanks a lot. Joel, what's your last name?
Merchant, M-E-R-C-H-A.
Joel Merchant. We've mentioned you before. Thank you very much for all of your help
You're very welcome.
for today. It made things a lot easier. So.
You guys doing this in chocolate?
We'll see. I don't know.
It was really cool. It looked great on camera.
Yeah, I think we might try. We'll just see. But I appreciate it. So, thanks to Joel Merchant. He's been our spotter on the feature match table. Can you go over and see if you can get Hunter? I don't want to talk to him forever, but I do want to at least get him on camera and talk to him. So for everybody who watched the stream today, we appreciate you joining us. We've had a lot of fun. I hope you have had a lot of fun. We're going to try to get Hunter to come back over here and talk, or at least have a brief discussion, at least give him a little bit of time to shine, as he has taken down the 2012 championship. He wins the Bucks, he wins the Black, he wins the bragging rights, he wins entry into the TCG Invitational later this year, and he wins free entry to all of Lost Legion's Grand Prix trials and events in the coming months. So, is he coming over?
Yes. Just
Okay, so everyone just give him a brief moment here, and we'll talk to our winner. So,
I think this is a pretty good time for a plug.
pretty good time for a plug. The last opportunity. I won't mention the. I'll do it. Why not? Why else do I do it? We do this, we invest the time and money into the equipment and the stream. All we ask for is very small things. Can you like us, follow us, subscribe to us on our various forms of social media? YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch. It's all username Zach Sells Magic. So if you've enjoyed today's stream, just help us out and go to those various sites, follow us. You can get up-to-date information about the stream. You can check us out later. Doesn't cost you a red cent, and it makes us feel really good about ourselves. Last thing I'll mention as we go back to the feature match, we will once again want to thank Lost Legion Games and Comics for sponsoring the stream indirectly, for setting up today's event. We want to thank Dave Whalen, we want to thank JB Roberts, we want to thank Head Judge Tom, whose last name I do not know, but this was an excellent event. We definitely appreciate them helping us out with that and letting us do that. They let us run a Twitch stream every Friday Night Magic, so next week and every week beyond that. Check us out, 6:30 Eastern Time in the U.S., twitch.tv/ZachSellsMagic. We have lots more coverage for you. So, we are almost done here. We are just waiting for Hunter.
Looks like he's on his way over.
He is on his way over here. We're going to talk to him briefly.
So I'm going to bow out here.
You can bow out here. If you... we will start packing up. I am everyone's ride, so we will start packing up very quickly. Yeah, you can start breaking that down over there. Hunter, come talk to us very briefly. I know it's late. After you 120 people watched you capture the title. This is Hunter Sumpter. Hunter, let's talk briefly. I have told people already.
Yeah.
They are well aware of your trials and tribulations in this very tournament over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
2 years ago, 2010, 10th place finish with Quest for the Holy Relics. So just missing out on top 8. As we have a photo up here as well off camera.
Candid.
Just candid. Okay, so in last year, top 8 performance. Doesn't know what candid means.
Yeah.
Top 8 performance.
I need to smile.
Did you
Okay.
Did you lose in the quarterfinals last year, or did you make top 4?
Just top 8.
Okay, so made the top 8 with green white tokens,
Yep.
right? And this year, a third deck. All of them very aggressive. Green-black zombies, the only version of that deck that we saw on camera today. What made you decide? Well, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
A lot of work has gone into this. It's good to see someone from the local shop take it down. So, I didn't play. I thought maybe I'll give you a chance this year. That's my gift to you. I didn't want to gum up the works here. I'll just come over here and talk. But we will ask you one question: why green-black zombies?
Well, I tested red, black, green, black, and John.
So you were on the zombie plan regardless.
Well, not until like 2 weeks ago.
Nobody was on it 2 weeks ago. The cards didn't exist.
Right, but I quickly found out that it's good cards.
It's very good.
The issue was with the splash in the red. Cavern. You play red to play burn.
Mm-hmm. Cavern
does not cast spells, and
so you almost have to take them out. Yeah. Well, all the other decks we're seeing that are running burn spells are running guild gates, so you lose a lot of tempo that way. We saw some interesting choices in your deck. Deathrite Shaman did a fair amount of work. You won the first game because of Deathrite Shaman. Are you playing more than one of those?
4.
Okay, so I'm way off on that, but we saw a lot of the power of that. So it's very interesting to watch. One last thing I'll ask you: your sideboard brought in Liliana's. Anything else?
I brought in 2 Deadly Allure.
I have no idea what that card does.
Well, it is 1 black.
Mm-hmm.
Target creature gains death touch and must be blocked to Fable.
Okay, so you basically removal spell to trade with whatever their best dude is.
Right, and it has flashback for 1 green.
Seems good.
And it's, just control combat. Yeah. I won a couple times today, making people block blood artists,
Yeah, you got a lot of work out of your blood artists. There's a very interesting game state that develops in the end of the game where he was at 2 life. You had 2 creatures on board. One of those is the blood artist. He cannot kill them.
Yeah.
He cannot kill the creatures. It's a cruel world when you can't kill your opponent's creatures and you're going to die anyway. So, anyway, I am very tired. I've been up since 6 o'clock today, so congratulations to you. Thank you to everyone else, to all the people standing around. Thank you to, we topped off at 120 people tonight's stream, so you are are an internet celebrity.
Yeah.
You and everybody else should follow us on all of our various social media forms. So, congratulations, Hunter Sumpter. Thank you to everyone who's watched. And on behalf of everyone else, that's a wrap.
Thanks.